What's up, y'all? Comic Book Sports here, the place where you can get news and information on sports and comic books. Jake Paul is the #1 boxer in the world right now and will most likely go down as the greatest boxer of all time. I would consider him the Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather of this generation, but that's not the point. Since making his pro debut, he's had 8 fights with 1 loss. I have no idea the purpose of this video, but it seems interesting. I'm going to rank Jake Paul's opponents from best to worst, and I'm ranking these guys based on their boxing ability. The best opponent he's faced so far is Tommy Fury. This fight was 2 years in the making, as these two have been going back and forth for a long time, and the fight was scheduled 2 times prior but was called off. Tommy Fury is the only man to defeat Jake Paul. He's also the only actual boxer and someone in his age range that Jake has faced. Although Tommy isn't a world-class boxer like his brother Tyson, he's still a real boxer with a lot of experience and comes from a boxing family. It shouldn't be a surprise that Tommy was going to be the one that would hand Jake his first loss. Next, Anderson Silva. Silva was known for his elite level striking in the UFC, so it seemed like a big test for Jake to fight an elite level striker who is extremely good with his hands. The name Anderson the Spider Silva is synonymous with greatness, and many people thought Jake would lose badly. Anderson Silva is one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. Before his MMA debut, Silva had a pro boxing fight. In his prime in the UFC, he was unstoppable. He was undefeated and the middleweight champion from 2006 to 2013 and had 10 consecutive title defenses, the most in UFC history. But Silva is 48 and father time is a real thing, and he just wasn't able to get the job done against Jake. Needless to say, he put up a fight. Next, Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is a UFC fan favorite. He's known for his boxing skills alongside his BJJ. He even outboxed Conor McGregor when they fought. Nate has been known to train and spar with world champion boxers, so the stand-up game isn't something new to him. He also has a chin. He's a guy you just can't put out. In his fight with Jake Paul, he was dropped once, but still kept fighting and couldn't be stopped. Next is Tyron Woodley. This fight seemed like it would be a test to see how well Jake Paul would hang against someone who could actually strike and was a former UFC champion. Woodley will go down as one of the greatest welterweights of all time. After defeating Robbie Lawler, he became the UFC welterweight champion. He's known as a wrestler and has power in his shots and has some decent stand-up. After his loss to Kamaru Usman, his career started to go downhill. The first fight ended in a decision, and the rematch resulted in Jake Paul knocking Woodley out cold. Next is Nate Robinson. Although Nate never boxed, people thought because Nate was an elite level professional athlete that would be enough to secure the victory. Nate is a 3-time NBA slam dunk champion and one hell of an athlete. At only 5'9", he gave dudes the work in the NBA, and he had a tough guy demeanor and wasn't scared of anything. A lot of people thought Nate would beat Jake. Nate was dropped 3 times and knocked out in the second round. At this point, it was an embarrassing loss for Nate, and the internet didn't take long to clown Nate. Next is Ben Askren. When this fight was set to happen, it was a test for Jake because this would be the first fighter that actually has combat experience. Ben Askren is an elite level wrestler. He was on the 2008 Olympic team and a 2-time NCAA Division I national champion, 3-time Big 12 conference champion, and even a world champion in submission wrestling. He holds an impressive MMA record of 19-2-1. His striking is absolute shit. I have Nate above him, meaning Nate Robinson, simply because Ben is one of the worst strikers I've ever seen. But his wrestling was so superior that he was able to get away with it in MMA. It only took 1 round for Jake to knock him out. And the worst opponent is Ali Gibb. The guy is a YouTuber, simple as that. No background in anything athletic related that I know of. Just a YouTuber. All right, anyway, I hope you guys understood my sarcasm at the beginning. If you actually stayed to the end, thank you for watching. Thank you for not having a life and watching my video. I really appreciate it. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. And please follow me on Instagram at _Uncle Money. And I will be making more content for you guys. All right. See you next time.